Hi guys, Chris Collins from Collins Fly Tying here, and today we'll be getting you through the basics of fly tying here. Alright, hold on now, I'm going to have to slightly adjust these. Perfect. Here, let me have a check. Mint. Alright boys, so today, the last video we were showing you how to, well, not really showing you how to do anything. It was getting you familiarized with your tools and material, i.e. your moose and bobbins and deer hair and all that. So in this video, we'll be actually tying something. We're going to start off with a basic Atlantic salmon fly. The first fly I learned how to tie, which is a black silver tip, which has a, I believe it's oval tinsel for the butt here. Silver oval tinsel, yarn body, which is I've used for, God, I've used it ever since I've tied it, on these at least. You're supposed to have a black bear wing, but I don't have any black bear, so I prefer the look of this is a dark moose. So, yeah, okay, let's start. Hold on, actually now I gotta cut off a bit of yarn from my spindle here. Here, let's grab a piece. Wicked. Alrighty. And we'll deal with that after. So, what we are going to do now, here, let's find extra small as I have in silver. Oh well, that'll work. Perfect. We're using a uni French oval tinsel, extra small. Medium's probably better for doing tags and butts on these, but I work with what I have. So, okay. What you're going to do is, you got your thread already on your hook there. You just lays it on and wraps. I covered the thread up, So what you're going to do is, get it in your fingers like that. Lay it right about here. Or, you know what, since we're going to build the body up a little bit, we're going to lay it up here towards the return eye. And tie it in right there. And then we're going to bring our thread down, tying it all in at the same time. Just above the point of the hook. So now we're going to bring that one back. Take this. I'm going to do a few wraps down, just to make it look nicer. And back up. And right now we're creating, well, the tag portion. The silver tag on the silver tip. I like mine on the silver tips a bit long, so that's what I'm going to do. I spiral it up around the shank of the hook and then a couple wraps around. Holding that in place so it doesn't come loose. Bring it down. Grab the rest of that there. Snip. And that's frayed right out, so that's going to go back in the garbage container. Like I said, these things take a fairly short amount of time to tie. So what we're going to do next, we're going to take our yarn here. This is a thing of yarn I got at Walmart. We're going to pull it apart. So you got these two strands. I'm going to do the single strand. And I prefer this yarn because, I don't know. Again, it's all a bit personal preference when it comes to these things. So you're going to take that, you're going to tie, you're just going to lay it on the same way you did here, up at the return eye. Tie it in just before you get to the tinsel. You're going to bring up your thread up to 5-6 millimeters off the tip of the hook there. Now maybe 7 or 8. Then you're going to take your yarn and wrap. Just going to take it up here and spiral it around. Perfect. Now what you're going to do is you're going to have your thread right here. And you're going to go up and around. Cross it. Up and around again. A couple of nice strong wraps into there. I'll snip that. Alrighty, that's nice and tight. I'm going to trim off a few of them little strands of thread there. Not thread, the fluffy stuff that's coming off the yarn. Perfect. So now, what we're going to do now is take some dark mousse. Again, this is my variation. Probably not my variation, but this is the way I make them. I'm going to get a darker clump. Probably over here the more grey fur. Take a few of those right there out. And snip. That's out. So now you have that there. What you're going to want to do, you want to pull all this under fur. This is garbage in my opinion. That fluffy stuff, all it does is make it a nuisance to tie on and makes the head bigger. At least from my experience. You might be able to use it as dubbing, but probably not. There's too inconsiderable amounts of there. Like when you take out these clumps, it's not worth doing dubbing out of. So now, you've got your clump here. I want to cut off probably about 1.5 inches off the top there, so you're left with that and that. Then we're going to grab our trusty hair stacker. Down she goes. Let's have a look at her now. Not the best. Yeah, that's a bad clump of hair I got. Crap. Oh well, that's all part of it. Something inside the stacker. 1 second now. Grab my bodkin. Yep. Tiny piece of calf tail. Whoopsie. Oh my jumping. So again, see, we'll go for a bit of a lighter color. Nice dark brown, but yes, we'll go to darker brown. Like I said, this is all that I fished last year, and I'm telling you, I had crazy luck on this particular one with the moose wing, the dark moose, or even then the brown. Trout, I had, I'd say a good 3 pound trout on one. 3 pound trout, sorry. Not tray. Alright. Now that doesn't need to be trimmed off there. That's a good enough length. So then again, back in the hair stacker. As you can see now, let's give her a couple good. Let's see how that turned out. That's better. Oh, crap. That's going to mess up for next time, but cleaned it. I might give her another little stack just to be safe. But, yes, let's give her another little stack. Perfect. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Ooh. Now with this here, I'm going to tie not too long, right about here. So what I'm going to do is take my scissors here and snip your hair. Now, you lays your fur there on the wing, or on the shank of the hook, sorry, and you try to divide the fur up, so you get your thread in between the furs, and bring them tight. I believe this makes us a stronger hold on the hook. Here, whack it. Alrighty. Now we're gonna Just cover up all of that. Perfect. I said probably a bit of a shorter gap there. Should have a short one there, but you know what? That doesn't look too bad. She'd fish anyway, so let's finish this here off. Oh crap. I still haven't got the hang of this thing yet. Okay, so you go this right here, you hook it in around, you take your thread, you spin it behind, you pull it out, make like a number 4, and then wrap it. Then, whilst keeping your hand on the thread, pull it through. You're going to want to do this 3 or 4 times just to make sure she's all tied on nice and tight. Perfect. Alright, now that's a black silvertip. Now we got this basic wet salmon fly done. You know what? I think we'll spin a bit of deer here. Do a couple of patties or something like that. So, that right there is a black silvertip with a moose wing. Really, 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 really good salmon fly. Alrighty. Next part, I use for fries and bugs and bombers, mustad, streamer hooks. They're really good for actually bombers and bugs and stuff. So now, where we got our wet fly done, we're going to do, oh, sorry for the sound in the background there. We'll take our bobbin, change our thread out, so we have a 6/0 on there instead. I know I should be using multiple, I'll use 2 bobbins, because down there is good for doing the heads off, right? So, wrong one. Sorry, a bit of technical difficulty here. So, telling you, this is probably the most painful part of tying, is threading the bobbin, man. And I don't got one of them tools for threading it with, so I usually just try to line the hole up, line the thread up with the hole, and then let's give her a good. Perfect. So okay, now take your thread right about here, and then we're gonna bring it down to here. We're gonna do a, no, we'll do a bug, orange bug. These are a bit, you know, different to do, but I'd recommend trying to start spinning hair as early as possible so you don't get to learn later on, like I did. So what you're going to use now, some white calf tail. Get a piece and snip a clump out for your tail. I'll get more into detail doing bombers and stuff after that, but this is just a little bit of an introductory. And where the silvertip portion was a bit short, I decided, yeah, why not? Just thinking about it when I was tying. So we got that there now. What we're going to need now is our hackle. Orange dyed rooster saddle for the orange bug. Good pattern for trout, salmon. Okay, let's just find a good feather here. Sorry for the sound in the background. Oh my. Perfect. It's a shorter one. We're going to use probably that there. I'm not going to do a tight wrap around. So we're going to take that, lay that there, give our calf tail a nice good couple more whacks. Perfect. Gonna take that right there now. Nice fluffy old tail. That's wicked. Oh no, it's spinning. Oh, I gotta lock it on up here too. Oh, by the way, for the thread I use for spinning is a 6/0, just white 6/0 thread. Now you can get big fly and stuff, which is, if I can find my spool, I'd show you. But here it is. It's a really, really heavy duty thread. That's what you start spinning with, but I really wouldn't because it's a pain to work with. Alright, so what we're going to do now, take our hackle, tie it in, bring it right to here, I would say. Perfect. Okay, now, let's put that noose back there. Some deer hair. For starting off right around the butt portion, you'll want a smaller clump. Just perfect. I'm going to use these until I start trimming the body down. Bit of under hair on that too. I'm going to lay it on there with 2 loose wraps around, just to fluff it up there, and we're going to take our scissors. Sorry for my shaky hands, by the way. Snip off all of that right there, bring her tight, and start spinning. Some of it gets caught around the actual hook portion, but I'm not too worried about that. Okay. Oh no, my thread is starting to fray a bit. Old bob and right. Oh, crap. Okay. First little piece there. We're going to just keep doing the same thing. Maybe progressively get it a little bit bigger. Yeah. Okay. Let me know if you guys let me know if you guys are enjoying these tying videos too. So if you keep liking them, and if you guys enjoy them, I'll keep making them. Gladly. Alrighty. Same thing now. That. Snip. And spin. Now I'm going to take that and give it a little bit of a pack. Perfect. Bring our threaded around. And tie there. As you can see, we're starting to get that bit of a bigger body onto it. Now, this hackle here too, by the way, that's a not good saddle, so now, I mean, it's working for me, but it's just a bit bigger, so when you go and get one, I'd recommend a Metz number 2. Okay. Oopsie. I'm going to trim off the piece with the under hair and everything. Perfect. Back on. Nice. Good. Perfect. And spin. Now, my bugs too, I like to pack them. I'm not, I think you're probably supposed to, but I've always packed them anyways, just to make it look neater and have the fur and everything closer together. You can see there's a bit under hair there. Okay. We're going to leave a little tiny bit exposed. There's a silver portion there I didn't cover up the thread, so that's how far we're going to go up with the hair. I said, with bugs too, there's a lot of patterns you can do. Like I said, I've made up patterns myself. And I believe I was told with bombers and bugs, or especially bombers, your imagination is the limit. You can do anything with them. So I kept like making them up like multicolored. All that. Oops, sorry, my chair's a bit squeaky. So okay, now again, the 2 loose wraps. Hair up here, snip, bring tight, spin. We're going to do one more tight. I like spinning deer hair. It's fun. It's a very satisfying process. And if you do it properly, you can get a fly that looks rather cool. So I'd say this is probably going to be our second to last clump there. Maybe. Yeah, second to last clump. I'm going to do it a bit differently for this clump here. Sorry about that. Snowmobiles are going past my place. If you can hear them or not. Yeah, we're on the bare hook there now. I'm going to push that back a little tiny bit more. I would say we'll do one small clump right here. And I mean tiny. Because with bugs too, they're generally in a cigar shape, where a bomber's more of a cone. You know, I've done bombers and I still do bombers in cone in cigar shapes. Just the way I prefer making them, and I find it's a tad easier. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to get that nice few final wraps there. Keep it pushed back. Oops. What I'll do now is I'll trim that around here so I can whip finish it. Because we're going to do another black thread onto it now, right? After when the hackle and stuff goes up. I can't tell you how many times I've ended up clipping thread here when I'm trying to, you know, clip it around and get her cleaned up. Then again, I just start my thread wrap back here somewhere in like the head. Here, let's just, oopsie, pull a few hairs out. Now let's attempt to whip finish this. Just going to do one little whip around it, just. Perfect. Now, I'm going to take this off real quick and just clean up around the eye. There's a few under here, trapped hairs there. Okay, so before we snip it and clean it off, this is what it looks like. A big mass of fluff and deer. So what we're going to do now, try and find the curved hook, put it back on, swap over from these straight scissors to my curved. Oh, well, I'll move that. Let's make sure she's on nice and tight. And, oh, I'm going to take this Rubbermaid off, to be honest. Because, I'm telling you, the deer hair gets everywhere. Alright, now, I should have put a piece of tape there. Okay, let's... Alrighty. Right now we're just getting the rough shape out, right? Alright, now because right now we're just doing a rough trim, right? Oh, excuse me. Perfect. That's more of a cone shape there now, actually. But for when we're doing a bug, I usually generally go... I think a bug in general is supposed to be a cigar shape. Not, yeah, cigar, not the cone. Not too much more trimming down of this now. Here now, we're gonna try to clean up around the hook a little bit just to make any straggly old deer hair go away. Uh-oh. Nah, that's okay. Got a vacuum, I'll clean up later on. Okay. I want to tighten up my vise again here now. I want to take it off, and in my fingers, trim around the eyes, the hook and stuff. Just give her that nice cigar shape. Uh-oh. I dropped it. Okay. Move all that gear over here. Should be almost done trimming there now. Hey, perfect. Alrighty. So we're just gonna fire him back in the vise there now. Oh, there's a few straggly ones right here. That's good. Bit of fine tuning. Sorry. My mom runs a daycare, so there's children around 24/7. Not 24/7, but okay. So now we're gonna get the A dot and wrap around here for our head. Perfect. Let's hope this hackle here works and it's not too long. And if it is too long, well, we'll make the dirty bug. Yes, he's a bit long, but let's try even spacings out of it. That's not even. Yep, that's even there. With our final wrap, we're going to take it, wrap our thread around, bring her up tight, and wrap. Then I just usually pluck that. Now we're going to give it a little rotate. And it doesn't look too bad. Perfect. Now I'm going to, up around the eye here, I'm going to trim these feathers. I'm going to pull back whatever's on the body and trim down what's here. Just to make it look neater. Because this is all going to be covered up with thread anyways. Alrighty. Oh, see, let's give that a little bit of. Like it. And that right there is a dirty orange bug. Now I'll give her an attempt to try to finish this thing. Alright. Oh, that's free. Uh-oh. I bust my line. Oops. Oh, well, let's just get a nice little cover back up. Alright, well, I'll tie a few half hitches in this there now at once. Because the whip finish won't work for me on the bug, but this is it. So today we did our black silver tip, which needs to be glued, and our orange bug. Alright guys,